Ready? Play.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Similar position is Iga Swiatek.
Yeah.
She's coming in with no matches since the US Open.
Right.
She's coming in with a brand new coach.
Yeah.
And she's just lost the #1 ranking.
Which, by the way, even took Arena by surprise. I don't know if you've seen some comments from Arena today saying that she didn't even know she was going to be #1 that week.
I don't think anyone did. I think this rule is very last minute. But anyway, I didn't see the comments, which is that is funny and very good of Arena for saying.
Yeah. She also said that she would like to sort of be this is Arena saying this, and I don't think it probably matters quite as much to Iga because she's obviously been there for such a long time and been so many year-end #1s. Or has at least done it a couple of times. Whereas Arena said that she would like to rubber stamp the #1 by doing it by winning on a tennis court, if you like. So I think she would like to win. This is Arena would like to win some matches and ultimately be year-end #1. Before she feels as though I really feel as though I am the world #1. She's obviously been world #1 on 2 separate occasions, and I'm going to guess collectively for around about 10 or 15 weeks. If you want to get yourself some water, Nick, do feel free to go get yourself some water. Oh, you got some. If you need more, then do so. But yeah, funny enough, we're 45 minutes into the show, and we've touched on women's tennis and coaching changes and world #1s and injuries and not playing and past winners, and yet we hadn't really touched upon Iga in a big way, and now we will do. And she's the second favorite going into this tournament, which isn't often the case. It's often that she's a clear favorite when it comes to the clay and pretty much most clay court tournaments, maybe with the exception of Madrid. And also hard courts, it tends to be that depending on the speed and all sorts of things. But to me, she's a clear second favorite, if you like. I've not heard many people suggest that she's ahead of Arena in those stakes.
No, I haven't seen that either. I think a lot of us were waiting to see what the court speeds were like. I think it's very interesting, Iga's practice choices for this tournament, because she's practiced with Zheng Qinwen, she's practiced with Arina Sabalenka. Now,
is that a choice, or actually, to be honest with you, most of those practices would have happened before the draw. But you would think that post draw anyway, the players are probably not going to want to practice.
I think she practiced with Sabalenka yesterday.
Right, so that would have been pre-draw then, I guess.
But I think
you would have known she's not going to be in the same group.
There's a possibility that, I think, look, if they did know about it, then actually it's sensible for her to practice with people in the other group because she's not giving away too much to her immediate opponents.
And she knows she's not going to be in the same group as Arena, so that might well have been. And by the way, when you say choices, I'm sure there are some choices involved, but probably the organisers also. There
was no one watching, so it wasn't like they were trying to sell tickets.
Right. Although we have seen some glimpses of those two. Did Iga step on her phone or something? I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh yeah, no, that's a TikTok thing.
Yeah, but did you? But there was a comment from Arena. Iga's like, oh, and then Arena's like, don't worry, I'm getting a new one when I get home or something.
Okay.
So I don't know if
she overdid it.
I haven't seen the exact. So I think they're looking down at the phone, but there was a moment when I think she just sort of touched it with her foot, and Iga was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but yeah. Anyway,
that sounds about right. A bit of goofing around, but I'm playing 2 of the biggest hitters on the quickest court. On a quick court, that's something to give her some useful gauging for when she potentially.
What do we think about Iga's group, Nick, in particular? Because obviously I've spoken about this already yesterday.
I think. If I was picking, if you were going to pick Iga's group for her, it doesn't really matter which one she picks as the 3 of the 4, because she's got really good head-to-heads with Goff and Paolini.
Agree.
Out of Pegula and Rybakina, she would have preferred Pegula.
But yes. Or maybe you're more convinced than I, but just because of that Pegula win in New York.
Yeah, I think she's got more. I think Pegula would still be less of a challenge.
True. Pegula as well has beaten on a quick court in Australia before the Australian Open.
Dubai, US Open. Yeah, no, but the speeds even it out. Pegula's the biggest threat to her right now, depending on how Krejcikova is fitness wise.
Yeah.
So Pegula, but like I feel like it evens it out, but Iga still has the advantage if she's playing well. Krejcikova is the interesting. Krejcikova as Young is the tricky one because obviously Young's got a win against her in the Olympics. Krejcikova has beaten her a couple of times in their career. I maybe would have picked Young but it's as a preference, but it's really tight. So
the problem with Zheng and the positive with Barbora, if you're eager and you're going for which one you think you'd have a better chance. The problem for Barbora is again, she just hasn't played much.
Yeah.
But if everything was normal and equal, then I probably would go Zheng. But probably because I'm seeing Zheng play so much tennis and get better throughout the year. I mean, obviously she's won an Olympic gold medal, which doesn't count one single point in terms of her being there. But it's just great that we've got the gold medalist there too. But yeah, I might you're going to go slightly towards Zheng, and if Iga was to handpick her group,
because of historic head-to-heads. I'm going off historic head-to-heads and matchups.
I get it.
Rather than form. Now so I think she probably got the slightly better. She's gonna get as good a group as she could have hoped for, to be honest. It's not going to be easy, I don't think. But I don't think it's that difficult. But I don't think I think it's the better option for her right now. And I definitely think that she's going to go in feeling fairly confident about getting through, probably in first place, depending how the Pegula match goes. Because Pegula is probably the biggest problem for her out of her three opponents. So I see her getting through. But here's where I see Iga at the minute is she's coming in at the minute. She's second favorite. She's not played, but that could be seen as an advantage for her because she wanted that recovery period. She's going to get kind of that new coach bounce from win for set. Even if she doesn't do very well, it's a fantastic data gathering exercise for set and Iga to work out what works, what doesn't, what he's seeing from her first hand against her main rivals. And so however she does, it's going to build very well for 2025. So I think she's coming in with a little bit like the pressure's off. Maybe she wants to target getting number one back, but it's not the end of the world if she doesn't, because she's not threatening losing number two. Yeah, that's how I would see anyway if I wasn't her team.
The chances of her getting number one are quite slim. So in a way, that also alleviates the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, she needs
it's not like it's 50-50
tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd have to have a great tournament and Irina have a bad one. A slight tangent, but it might well bring us to our next player in a way.
We are ready?
Hola a todos, estoy aquí para comunicaros que
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Samaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Hi, my name is Jaime Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Ready?
Play.
Hello. Welcome back to another Talking Tennis stream. Nice to talk to you. It's nice. This might be a connection issue there, but this is, I believe, the orange group, the first match of the orange group between Swiatek and this might be me.
We lost you a bit there, but I think you're back now.
Hi guys, I don't know if you can hear me all right.
Yes.
We can see Matt, although he doesn't seem like he can hear us. How are you doing, Gokap, anyway?
I'm good, thanks. I was enjoying your show, and then I'm fine suddenly in ours.
Yeah, right. By the way, I've just gone to look for the head-to-head between these two, and the WTA website is giving us a revelation, and that they've never played each other. According to the WTA website, their head-to-head is 0-0, which will, I don't know who that will upset the most, because it would take away Barbora, one of her best wins in Ostrava. But I guess Iga's probably got the advantage overall. I'm going to find
I think the bigger disappointment is they don't have rankings, either of them.
Oh, they don't have, well, yeah.
I don't know. I also have the
Maybe they're both
WTA.
retired.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything on the ITF anti-doping website. and they're on court right now. They're certainly not retired.
Someone might need to whisper in their ear and say, by the way, girls, I've got some good news and bad news. You can continue and play your match, but anyway, Matt is back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's classic connection issues every time, but yeah, I'm back. I could kind of hear a few things you were talking about how the head-to-head on the website is inaccurate, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting match, I think. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, interesting. I hope so, because this is only one of the two players in the whole field that Iga doesn't have a positive head-to-head record against. And Krejcikova won their last two matches, but it's been a while since those matches happened. A lot of injuries happened for Krejcikova, also Wimbledon championship. So many things happened. I hope she's fit, if she is, because she retired from the last match she played in Ningbo. Then I think we can get a good, entertaining match. She can tease Iga with different tactics that she has. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's interesting that those two wins for Krejcikova came in finals. I mean, it shows that she's on the big stage. She's kind of got it. But like you say, the recent retirement definitely raises a few concerns, and hopefully it's not going to be a factor in this match.
Yeah.
I believe they're just about to start with Iga serving first. It's also interesting from a Swiatek perspective in terms of she hasn't played since the US Open, and obviously now she's got a new coach in Wim Fissette, so it's a fresh start for her as well.
Yeah, it's. I think this tournament has a different air to it, different narrative. A lot of coaching changes. Iga changed hers. Rybakina with the new coach. Some prominent changes.
Yeah, and I suppose it's even weird seeing Iga with a 2 next to her name. We've been so used to seeing 1 the whole time, but now Sabalenka has taken her throne, and potentially, I think more than likely, we'll have it at the end of this tournament, because Swiatek's got to do something quite special to reclaim it, I think.
Yeah. So I just read on Wikipedia, so I will blame whoever entered it if it's incorrect, that for Iga to win, like to get the #1 ranking, she has to win, and Sabalenka has to lose 2 matches.
Yeah, she's already won her first yesterday against Qinwen Zheng. So it's definitely looking like an uphill battle, especially after these first 2 points. I don't know, like, kind of where your stream's at, so that we need to work that one out.
So Iga's serving his second serve, love 15.
Okay, so I think I'm slightly ahead, but we can work with that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, new partnership with Wim Fissette. I think that's one of the, I mean, very early on. So you wouldn't see anything happening immediately, I think, with a coaching change. But mentally, there might be some positives. I always thought there might be positives. Like I always regarded this time as like the honeymoon of the player coach, where they get along every day because they're not tired of each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean,
I like listened to a Sakari interview recently where she said with her first match with her like new coach, she felt completely like anxious and nervous, and she played horribly, and she had to come back in the second set. So that's another mindset I didn't think about.
yeah, it's not like this new partnership's going in lightly. I mean, what a tournament to start the year-end finals. It's kind of go big or go home. But
yeah, this is not a warm-up tournament.
No. And our producer of the chat is asking who we've got to go the whole way to win this title, and I find it hard to look past Sabalenka at this moment. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree. She's just too good.
Yeah, I just think even like yesterday, I saw some of the match, and she just looked great. I mean, it's just hard. I think the conditions suit her quite well as well.
Yeah.
Hard court, she's by far the best player in the world, but it's still early days. The finals can produce some interesting results, and other than last year, there were some surprising winners in say the past 5 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Swiatek now trying to fend off some break points.
Oh, long rally. Oof.
Yeah, it's an interesting start.
Yeah. I mean, 3 forehand errors from Iga, I think, in that game. And I just read in her pre-tournament presser, she said she came to Saudi Arabia early just to get a good feel of the conditions. But yeah, it's the first match of WTA finals. It's her first match since the US Open, right?
Yes, yeah, it is.
She did say she's not rusty, but yeah, I think you need that match practice to get that immediate start. So she hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, I wonder if there is a psychological element of just having that recent head-to-head Krejcikova. She knows that it's not an easy opponent for her.
Yeah.
And we know how Iga can sometimes feel things maybe more than other players, and might read into things more than other players.
Yeah.
But in the chat, we've got a Wim Fissette out already. He's gone
already.
Because I did think coming into this tournament, I mean, injury aside, Krejcikova is a sort of player that I could see losing every single round robin match, but I could also see winning the whole thing. You just don't know.
True. Yeah, I could see that happening both ways.
And indoor hard courts have kind of worked in her favour in the past. She won Ostrava. I think she won a title in Tallinn as well. But yeah,
I mean, she likes. I think she can play on every court, obviously, but she has like 2 wins and 4 losses on hard courts, and in this stretch of the season. But then, like you're saying, like she can do anything. She had a horrible record coming into Wimbledon, and then she did that.
Yeah.
So I think that I agree with you. Like Iga must be feeling how Krejcikova is not intimidated by her, because she doesn't have, I think, many opponents like that on the tour.
No. I mean, it's like I said at Wimbledon, I was just walking around at Wimbledon. I can't remember what day it was. I think it was the second round, and I saw Krejcikova, And not once did I think, oh, I've just seen the eventual champion. Not once did that cross my mind. But it's crazy how things work out at the end.
Yeah.
But it's a very good start so far for the Wimbledon champion. Looking really good, and it doesn't seem to be any sort of injury lingering, which is a good sign.
Wow, nice backhand down the line for a love game.
Yeah, as clean as you like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the things that she does, and other players don't really. Takes the pace off the ball if she's receiving a very fast one. She doesn't try to, go faster on the already fast ball.
Yeah, Iga's really struggling, even just in that opening point of that first game. It was weird. It didn't seem to be as good a return as it looked.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how, if they, in fact, like, if the partnership becomes a long-term one with Fissette, how her game will evolve. She completely misread that return and went the other way.
And I think she has said, and I could see Swiatek only thinking long-term, so I don't think she's someone who would just chuck it straight away unless there was a real genuine reason to do so.
Yeah, she said she hoped this goes for years. And when they asked her, what are you going to work on? Like, what are the first things on the table? She didn't want to give it away at first, but of course, she was talking about the serve, off of which she won 3 points already, by the way, but she's also making mistakes. And also she was talking about adding variety to her game and how Fissette has some good ideas.
Yeah. I mean, I always find it interesting that she was specifically looking for a non-Polish coach. Obviously, her previous coach was Polish, but it's an interesting element that she was specifically not looking for someone from her home country.
Yeah, I thought, to me, it sounded like a proactive, answer to any questions that might, be coming from the local media.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know any other Polish coaches. She already worked with the two big ones.
Yeah. I think she needs to hold here because it could be, this first set already could be in a difficult position if she gets broken again.
Yeah, that was a short return. Swiatek didn't move forward in time, and forehand error. I'm assuming there's not a lot of people in the stadium because it's pitch black, the stands.
Yeah, I've noticed that a few times. I think that's what a lot of people were fearing heading into this tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't have the audio on, so I can't hear the atmosphere, but it doesn't look particularly busy.
Yeah, it doesn't look it.
But that is an important hold there for Swiatek to keep herself in this first set, to keep it to just one single break, and hopefully she'll be able to, for her sake, she'll be able to get into a Krejcikova service game because the last one was very comfortable.
Yeah, I just unmuted it, and it sounds okay, actually. It
Oh, really?
Sounds better than it looks.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they've gone for that, like, darkened, like, look, but maybe that's for, like, an intensity thing.
Yeah, it puts you to sleep if you're in there. I remember I went to the ATP finals in London, and they had. I mean, if it wasn't for the blue lights that came and went like once every while, I felt tired after the first match.
Yeah,
already.
yeah. Tennis. Like, I like going to watch tennis live, but it's hard concentrating for a long period of time.
Yeah. And especially indoors, it doesn't look it,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah.
like you can fall asleep quickly. So I'm not judging if they show it anyone on screen like kind of dozing off.
I find especially if there's been like a fairly long first match, the start of the second match, I was right off because I'm just not zoned in.
Yeah, you go with some nice serves in these games, but she still has to break.
And it's interesting because obviously Iga is the defending champion, but the conditions compared to last year are like worlds apart. It was so windy last year.
Yeah, they're from different tours.
Yeah, but we will get to compare the conditions in Riyadh over the next few years because they'll be there until 2026, I believe.
Yeah.
So you might find a player really finding a stride at this tournament. And it's interesting because I think both groups have like they're quite open in different ways. I think this is the orange group and the other was the purple group, and Sabalenka feels like the standout in the purple group, but other than that, it feels pretty open between Zheng, Paulini, and Rybakina. And in this group, you've got obviously Swiatek and Krejcikova, and then the two Americans in Goff and Pegula.
Yeah, I agree.
It does feel like it could go any way.
Yeah, I think it was one of those rare years this year that you have like the seeds are pretty even, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, so you don't have like 5 and 6 very different players, 5 and 7 strong, so you don't have that much like strength coming to one side, so that's good.
Yeah, and I kind of think people are still a bit like Jasmine Paolini is going to stop at some point, but she just doesn't seem to. She keeps proving the critics wrong and showing why she's had the year she's had.
Yeah, she's the only player who's competing at both events.
Yeah,
singles and doubles.
Yeah, doubles with Sara Irani. I don't know if they've started that. They've played yet. I think maybe today.
Maybe today, yeah.
Yes, they're playing after, I believe, Goff and Pegula.
Okay.
Which I suppose in some ways is better because she's like got at least go play one match per day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, she's the only player, so they can make the schedule.
Yeah.
For her.
That was a bit better of Swiatek, a nice backhand coming to the net.
Very nice. I mean, her backhand has always been more consistent on faster surfaces, I thought.
Yeah.
Indoor, hard, or grass. Yeah, important point here. Again, misread the serve. Went to her backhand side, but it's Krejcikova's point. Now it feels like it's either service winners or it goes into a rally and the returner wins the point.
Yeah. I mean, both of those points from Juice were very similar in that the serve wasn't returned into the court.
This was a nice body serve. So Krejcikova is ranked 13th. And I didn't realize it was this year that they changed the rule. I thought it was maybe a few years ago. And she immediately made use of that rule. If you can't make it to the top 8, but you have a Grand Slam and you're in the top 20, you qualify.
Yeah, I mean, her year is so random. I think Australian Open quarterfinals, Wimbledon, obviously winning Wimbledon, but other than that, it's not been a great deal.
Yeah, she has, I think, 19 wins all year, and 12 of them came at the 2 Grand Slams. So it's been a strange year.
Yeah. But she's looking better than she has done in recent months. I mean, the Asian swing wasn't particularly strong for Krejcikova. Lost first round in Beijing to Christiane, in Wuhan to Hailey Baptiste, retired against Andreeva and Ningbo. So wasn't great.
Yeah, since the Olympics, she has 2 wins, and both of them are against players outside the top 100.
Yeah.
So to go from that to Swiatek is a big jump.
But she seems to be handling it pretty well so far.
Yeah. Familiar territory.
Yeah.
Nice deep return. Yeah, I always thought second serve of Swiatek was the big, exposed area of her game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she leads the tour, at least the top 50, in second serve points won, even on hard courts.
Yeah, I would never have guessed that. And then,
never.
Do you think that's just because of her just general ground stroke ability, or do you think that maybe her second serve isn't as bad as people think? Because I'm surprised.
Maybe it's because until semifinal stage, it's just too high. Then it skews it a bit higher, but then she somehow holds on to the point, even if she receives a very strong return. That must be another reason, because that is exposed in the big matches, usually against Rybakina, Sabalenka.
Yes.
Nice hold from Swiatek. Move to the short ball fast enough this time.
My screen's actually now gone to the Paris doubles final, but I'm assuming it'll go back because it's just showing the match point.
Okay. I have Polish fans on my screen. That's some nice banners.
I believe it's Koolhof and Mektic who won the Paris title in doubles.
Okay.
And I believe Koolhof is actually retiring next month.
Is he?
No, this month in the Davis Cup finals. Trying to overshadow Nadal.
And they're going to play against each other, right?
Yeah, exactly. Potentially in the doubles match as well, because
Yeah.
I think people are expecting Nadal to play at least doubles.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want that to be my retirement match.
No.
The same match as Nadal's retirement match.
No.
Or maybe, it sounds good as well, but just no one will notice. That's the only thing.
But it could be even worse if the singles has already been done. Then it might not mean anything. So it might be a bit of a dead rubber for your final match if they do play it.
Oh, yeah. Do they play dead rubbers?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
maybe singles only. So
yeah,
double
yeah.
would be fine. Or I don't know, because now it's 3 matches. Maybe there might be one as either two.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe it's kind of up to the players.
Yeah. Hi Nurlan, welcome. I see you on the chat. Nice return winner from Swiatek on that first point. Don't feel like this is going to be a straightforward set for Krejcikova from here on.
Definitely not. I kind of feel like she needs that double break if she's gonna take it.
Yeah, she started moving forward very quickly now. She's expecting those short balls. Love 30. Apparently, they practiced with Sabalenka, like Swiatek and Sabalenka together yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of content between them two. I think Sabalenka tried to get Swiatek in a TikTok.
Things only Sabalenka could do.
Yes.
Get Swiatek in a TikTok. Oh, a double fault. And Iga was saying they haven't, like, she didn't train with Sabalenka since 2022. It's like for the last 2 years. She doesn't know why. I mean, I can tell why, because you don't train, Federer and Nadal didn't train together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I think you guys both have hitting partners, so you're not putting your name on the looking for list.
Yeah, I feel like there's always been a bit of, not tension, just a bit of, like, just natural rivalry because they are the two best players.
It makes sense.
But now it does feel like there's a bit more warmth between them now.
Yeah. Yeah, they had some nice handshakes recently.
Yes.
Now Krejcikova is attacking as quickly as she can. Saves 2 break points.
Yeah, she's done well there to get herself out a bit of a hole, but it's still not done yet.
Ooh, that was very close to the line.
It was.
What a forehand from Krejcikova.
Because I just assumed I was waiting for the point to stop, but
Same. I was just checking who could have qualified as a Grand Slam winner outside the top 8 if this rule was in place in the past.
would it be Rebecca in?
So she just missed it. She was 21st. But I think that was because of the COVID freeze things, and she was only lagging by 50 points. I think she could have played just 1 or 2 more tournaments if she knew that was a rule.
Yeah. But that is some hold there from Krejcikova from love 40 down to keep herself ahead at 4-2.
Very nice hold. So Raducanu could definitely qualify. She was 19th that year.
Last year, I think, was fine.
Yeah, last year was back to normality. And then I think in 2017, Sloane Stephens could go in from outside.
Yeah. I kind of like the rule. I feel as though it's nice to have all the Grand Slam champions from the year. But
yeah, I like it too. I liked having special Ks, Kyrgios Kokinakis, in the doubles finals.
Well, exactly. And I think in the doubles here, it's Townsend and Siniakova.
Okay, that's how they got in?
Yeah, I mean, I think had they played more together, they'd have been in anyway, but it's kind of just Siniakova has won a lot this year with lots of different people.
Yeah. 2 service winners. I mean, I want to see the unreturned serve percentage of Swiatek. It's since she got, even in the game she got broken, she had 2 good serves. No, I don't get upset when people don't call me sir. I'm not Andy Murray. Ooh. A drop shot. Almost bounced before the net. Is it in? No, it's out.
Another pretty comfortable hold for Swiatek to love, but still the breakdown. But it does feel like a break is getting closer and closer with every game.
Yeah.
I mean, could have been much closer in the last game at love 40.
So this is Krejcikova's second WTA finals.
Yep.
And I completely forgot that she was number 2 seed in that first one she qualified for.
Yeah.
And she lost all of her matches in round robin to Pliskova, Muguruza, and Kontaveit. So that was the year where when they played on the altitude in Guadalajara.
Yeah. That's the
Muguruza's,
one. And
Muguruza's last dance, apparently, in hindsight.
Yeah, and now she's the tournament director.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. I think she was the one approving Krejcikova's special chair. I read in the press conference script that Krejcikova also wants to watch all the matches. So she wants a chair with her name on it.
Wow.
She was joking, but they said, yeah, it's already ready by the time the press conference was going on, because she loves to watch tennis live as well. She doesn't leave the venue, unlike a lot of other players, I think.
Yeah, you do often spot Krejcikova. I mean, although she doesn't necessarily get to the latter stages of all the tournaments, she's often there watching it.
Yeah, I think she gets there for doubles, and then when she loses the single, she continues watching it in the stadium. And here, you know that you're not gonna leave until you play your third match. So yeah, she needs to hold 2 more times to win this set.
And what I'm glad about this year is that they've removed any ranking points for losing in round robin.
Oh, yes.
I'm not a fan of that.
That was another change they made this year, which makes so much sense. Because then you would just receive 600 points, more than winning a WTA 500 title.
Yeah.
For just showing up. But they get some nice prize money.
Yeah, it's like, I think 70% more this year, the total, compared to last year. Which I don't think it's that surprising, but it's definitely an incentive for players.
Yeah. I don't know if it caught up to the 2019 level when they broke the record.
Yeah. Sure.
Krejcikova is going deep into the middle, trying to cut off any angles, and then Swiatek goes wide on her forehand.
Yes, I believe it does. It is higher this year, at least for the champion.
Okay.
He gets $5.15 million compared to $4.45 million in 2019.
I think Barty couldn't win the total. She could, because she lost a round robin match, but I doubt it would have covered for the difference. So this must be higher than 2019.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, still lower than the 6 King Slam winner.
Yeah,
paid by the same pocket.
Yeah, but they didn't play the Six Kings Slam for the money, according to Yannick Sinner, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, okay. Alcaraz did.
I
He was
respect his
blunt about
honesty.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they didn't give me that much money, I wouldn't put on any makeup or any effect that resembled that makeup that they put on Holger Rune. So. I thought things were going well for Swiatek, but she looks tense.
Yeah, maybe she's thinking about those 3 break points in the last game.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's definitely closer than I was expecting. I think coming into this match, I kind of didn't have much hope in Krejcikova, but maybe I should have, given their more recent head-to-head.
Yeah, I mean, I would cut us some slack because of the year and just her recent months. Otherwise, yeah, she's always dangerous for Iga, especially because she didn't beat her in like round 2 of a slam where Iga can't play. It was always big matches, and that Ostrava atmosphere was crazy. And it was, I remember it was, so Ostrava is in Czechia, but it's close to the Polish border, so there were more Polish fans.
Yeah.
You know, so Krejcikova was not like with her home crowd. It didn't feel like it. And a very tight scoreline in that match.
Yes. Definitely one of the better finals in recent years.
Definitely. I agree.
It's a pretty comfortable hold there for Krejcikova, even though we said that it felt like Swiatek was getting close to that break, but not in that game. And now she's got to serve to stay in this first set.
Yeah, some nice body serves from Krejcikova in that game to win quick points. Swiatek has to stay in the set. Nice serve to start the game.
She just, from my perspective, seems a bit rushed. She seems like she's doesn't have the time to process what's happening. It feels a bit like Krejcikova's really forcing the errors out of Swiatek, even though they're probably labels and unforced errors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's just increasing the pace of shots to, aiming Swiatek's forehand. I think Krejcikova is one of the players that mixes up the shot speed very much inside the same rally sometimes. That might be throwing off Swiatek.
Yeah, I think that's what's interesting, is that even though Swiatek has the more decorated career, I would actually label Krejcikova the more all-court player because, well, mostly because she can play on grass a lot better than Swiatek can.
Yeah. Yeah, insane success on the doubles court as well.
Yeah. Just like you said earlier, she said Swiatek is trying to add more variety to her game.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that it seems like Sabalenka is actually the player who has more variety these days, with adding some drop shots and coming to the net more often.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought Swiatek would take that, initiative earlier than Sabalenka. I thought Sabalenka would always go ball bashing, trying to go for faster balls, faster serves. And then she started doing that, she said, as early as last year, preseason time. she was even talking about that. I think when she arrived in Australia, how she was trying to add more variety, to come to the net more, and she showed that, I think, in the clay season, and that peaked during the U.S. Open, like the drop shots and the volleys against some players that should, have better shots like that against her, but she was doing it all, and I think that's what won her some titles in China as well. She was saying, against some good ground, stroke players, she had to finish points short.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is easy to forget as well that Sabalenka is also a doubles Grand Slam champion, and she does have that in her locker.
Yeah. But she was saying, like, she Mertens would do all the doubles work, and she would just stay on the baseline and try to serve aces. Probably it's not as good as that.
Yeah, I believe Mertens is it sixth finals with a different partner. I can't remember how many different thingies she's had.
So she's the key in the partnership.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
She is with Shea Wei, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah. We can't do that to Shea Wei. Yeah, this game is not over yet.
No, Swiatek definitely under some pressure, but you can kind of see it in her face as well.
Nice. She needs one more point. Yeah, now I'm curious about that Mertens stat. And she qualified once with Kudermetova, the following year, which is last year, with Storm Hunter, once with Sabalenka, more than once with Shea Wei, so at least 4 partners.
It's pretty good going.
Yeah. And once with demi scores. 5.
No, I do actually believe they lost their first match yesterday.
Yeah. It was a 6-1-1-6 type of a scoreline, I remember.
Yeah, against Perez and Malika Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
But in the round robin, you've got time to turn things around. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah, until very recently, they didn't have round robin in doubles. That was a shame.
Yeah.
Until 2019. Oh, nice slice from Krejcikova. And set point.
Here. Yeah.
So second serve points won is 42% for Swiatek and 60% for Krejcikova. Oh, very nice serve to save set point.
So she's been working on is coming in handy at these important moments.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's like a Pliskova match. She either wins service points and then loses rallies. Oh. Finally, a very tricky mid-court shot from Krejcikova, and Swiatek created an amazing angle inside out.
And you do kind of wonder now with that game, Krejcikova at a set point. Could that be a turning point? Could Swiatek actually now go and take the initiative and break back 5-4?
Yeah, it could be a momentum swing. You waste your chance. There wasn't much of a chance anyway, but still.
No.
That was a great serve.
Yeah.
Swiatek to save it.
And also the other match today following this is between Goff and Pegula, I suppose now former doubles partners, but still have played together this year.
Yeah.
It's intriguing. I mean, did Pegula play much? Oh, she lost early in Wuhan. I didn't see her particularly deep in these tournaments. She lost early in Wuhan and fairly early in Beijing. Below her seeding, at least.
Yeah, she had a busy summer.
Yeah, I feel like she wasn't able to back it up necessarily, but
yeah, they had a good comeback last year. Both of them made it to the semis and then played each other in the semifinals of the finals, WTA finals last year, with Pegula winning, because the year before both of them had gone 0-6, so they lost all of their singles and doubles matches that year in Texas.
It was brutal. Yeah. At least they know that one of them will win a match, but it's just who that will be.
Yeah. That's guaranteed this time. Wow. No. Yeah, that was a shank on the smash, I think. She couldn't finish the smash, and Swiatek somehow won the point. She doesn't miss this time.
Yeah, I bet she was thinking about it when the ball came down.
Yeah, it's tricky when you have time to think about things.
Yeah, I think that's really difficult to cope, and I'm not even someone who's particularly good at tennis, but even I feel it, so I can't imagine how they feel with this much on the line.
Yeah, I hate it. Moonballs and, all that sort of stuff. Speaking of moonballs, she hasn't done any this match, Krejcikova.
Yeah. And that serve got pretty much what it deserved.
Perfect return on the line or very close to it. $15.30. No.
Yeah, that was a chance. A big chance.
That was a big chance, and that was a great down the line from Swiatek. I wasn't expecting the direction switch up. Krejcikova just held on with that short slice.
It's a big point, 30-all.
Body serve, is it? Kind of. No.
Strange.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah, Krejcikova won many points going deep down the middle.
Second set point for Krejcikova.
Ooh, big roar.
Yeah.
6-4, Krejcikova.
I feel like Swiatek's going to have regrets there because she really should have been 50-40.
Yeah, love 40 in that game. 2-3 service games earlier, and then she should have gone 15-40 in this one.
And now she's going off the court maybe to try and regroup and.
Yeah, that's a pattern. You know, you lose a set, you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta feel good. You retired from your last match a few weeks ago. You play Swiatek first, and then win the first set.
And that's why I like. I mean, I like tennis for many reasons, but it's just the head-to-heads I find so interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's just some really random ones out there where inexplicably players who have had far less successful careers and just have really good head-to-heads against these top players. I mean, I think is it Yuri Vesely who's got a 2-0 against Djokovic.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? But it is a thing.
Yeah, and it's not even like you can't even explain it with surface or something.
No.
Like, or injury. Okay, maybe a bit, but 2 times? Like Dustin Brown and Rafael Nadal is easier to explain. On grass both times.
I feel like there's another one on the WTA side, but I just can't think what it is. It's like there, but it's not.
Yeah, there's some strange ones on the WTA. Anisimova Sabalenka, for example.
That is definitely one of them.
I mean, it makes sense, but is it like 5-2 now? It's a big gap.
It's pretty one-sided.
It's 5 losses.
But that's why.
Ostapenko, another one.
Yeah, that's inexplicable. But I kind of love it, and I just think this is why sport isn't played on paper, because if it was played on paper, these head-to-heads wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, that would never be an upset. Just number 1 beats number 2, number 2 beats number 3. Yeah, they go like that forever.
And Djokovic beats whatever ranking Yuri Vesely is every time.
Exactly.
Nalan already thinking that Swiatek is going to lose every match in this group. So it's a big prediction.
Is that what you think or what you want? I'm not sure. From the other comments, I feel like it's the want. I tried unmuting to see if we could hear what Krejcikova was saying to her box, but there's music playing over their conversation, so we can't hear it.
Yeah, my stream is now gone over to Humbert practicing, like we're just in the gym before his match, his final against Zverev.
No, the Krejcikova is talking to her team. It's a chill, relaxed conversation. Looks like. I like having microphones next to the coaches, but I mean, someone should regulated how much of it we hear, because some coaches just do not stop talking. They can get annoying, but like the F1, broadcasting, if they could just pick the best, like the nicest insights and just put them on air a few minutes or seconds later, that would be nice.
Yeah, actually, I've just realised how bold of a prediction that is from Nerland, considering one of the people in the group is Goff, who Swiatek has a massive advantage in the head-to-head against. I think it's like, I can't remember how one-sided it is, but it's ridiculous. I think it's only one win to...
Yeah. It's not going to be easy, that prediction. I'm just checking the head-to-heads. So she's 11-1 against Goff.
That's what Nerland's here for, the big predictions.
Yeah. And then 6-4 against Pegula.
It's a bit more even. Swiatek serving first here to try and bring this match back.
How fast, slow is the court? As far as I got from like pre-tournament pressers and social media, it's fast. It's not slow. And in this match, there's a lot of service winners, but returners are also winning the rallies, so it's not so easy to tell. Maybe in a match with Sabalenka, Zhang Qinwen, or Rybakina, it's easier to see. But Paolini did beat Rybakina yesterday. But the players were saying China was very slow this year. Both Beijing and Wuhan.
Yeah, I heard Wuhan especially, which is interesting because obviously Sabalenka won it for a third year in a row, but with different conditions.
She played a 3-set match against Putintseva, 3 sets against Coco Gauff. It wasn't straightforward.
No. Especially Gauff, really, probably should have lost that, but...
Yeah. Krejcikova again attacking, charging.
There's been a lot of talk on the ATP side this week about how fast Paris has been.
Yeah. And you know how they create that scale showing this is medium fast. And I think on that scale, there used to be fast and very fast, which don't really exist anymore. So people kind of forget about those. There used to be like very blue on the scale in the past. So now like medium fast or fast, people think of it as the ultimate that tennis was played on, which is not the case actually. But according like relative to the ones that they play on now, it's apparently very fast. Nulan, I don't know either of those characters because I haven't watched that show, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick the first one. Another not so easy game for Swiatek.
Yeah, she was 40-15 up, and it's now a precarious position, facing break point.
Yeah, I feel like Krejcikova's return on that close to body backhand side has become kind of predictable. She's going inside out with her backhand, and Swiatek is not expecting that.
Yeah, you'd think her team would say something about it, but...
Yeah. Let's see what she'll do on that breakpoint. Not an ace this time on the first serve. Ooh,
That is not the time to, I think it was the first double fault today.
it's quite the opposite of an ace.
Yes.
She gets broken in the second set, first game with a double fault. Yeah, like you're saying, she was up 40-15 in that game.
Just showing the stats from the first set, and she actually only won 4 less points than Krejcikova, but it's about when you win those points.
Yeah. She's 0 for 3 for break points in that set. And Krejcikova was 1 for 4. Yeah, Swiatek's second serve and first serve points won gap is increasing. It's 73 and 33 only. So those second serves are being punished by Krejcikova. And of course, that double fault also helped bring that number down. She doesn't look happy, complaining.
No.
And that was not looking like a strong serve.
I'm trying to work out Krejcikova's record on indoor hard courts because I'm pretty sure it's quite good, but it's hard to distinguish between outdoor and indoor.
Maybe on Tennis Abstract.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I think this is actually her first tournament this year on indoor courts. Was Zhuhai indoor last year?
I'm not sure. Those tournaments always feel indoor to me, and they never are. Like Beijing, Shanghai. Like
So maybe it
their
wasn't.
center cores are so closed up because they're so big. But it could be. Oh, an ace. She goes up 40-15. Nice slider on the tee from Krejcikova.
Yeah, it says they're actually outdoor. So like you say, it looks indoor, but
Yeah.
so she hasn't actually played on indoor hard courts since 2022.
Yeah, she has 2 titles. One in Tallinn and one in Ostrava. So, and those were back-to-back weeks that year.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that in? No. That was a aggressive return, forehand return that sailed long. And it's 2-0. Krejcikova is up a set and a break.
This is a very strong performance. I would also say there's definitely some weaknesses in Swiatek's game today, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can take anything away from Krejcikova.
So SAP pulled the win probability completely the other way around. They're going 80 and 20 for Krejcikova. I mean, giving Swiatek 20% in this match at this point seems very harsh.
Yeah, I mean, even though she's not playing great, it's still Swiatek, and she's got
Yeah.
herself out of many positions like this before. That's a good way to start it.
Yeah, when those short balls are coming to her backhand side, there's no issues.
It's point over.
15 all. She'll have to hold here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John. This might be over in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You never know. A chip return caused trouble for Swiatek.
Yeah, they're causing havoc, these different returns.
Yeah, I'm really curious about how Fissette's approach is going to look like, because they're going into a training block right after this tournament. Maybe after some time off as well, of course.
Well, I believe now she's also playing the Billie Jean King Cup finals, because originally she wasn't.
Okay.
But she signed up for Poland, which I think, is it next week or the week after? Probably the week after. In Malaga, and I think
Yeah, like going down the middle, Krejcikova is causing all sorts of trouble for Swiatek still.
she double faulted on the last to get broken in the last game. Surely not again. Surely not.
She's halfway there. No.
I think I jinxed her.
And now I have a feeling of how many seconds we have in between us. Wow. I mean, this has to be mental, right? Because she was serving pretty well.
Her two double faults have come on both on break points.
Yeah.
It's real trouble now. And maybe I agree with the win percentage now.
Yeah. Yeah, John says, Juan Ignacio on Twitter said, not long ago, her forehand and return were the two best shots in women's tennis. Their regression is disheartening.
The forehand has definitely been a problem today.
I mean, I think in her best year, 2022, her forehand could look a bit, the trouble creating side as well, but not as much as this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Krejcikova is hitting those second serves well inside the baseline, more than a meter sometimes. Swiatek's back just inside or behind it. 6-4 and double break up. Krejcikova. Must she be feeling shocked? Does she start thinking about the end point, which is very bad for a player to do? It's only been an hour and 5 minutes in this match, and she's 3 games away from winning it.
This is kind of what I expected, but the other way around. And
yeah,
it's really proven me wrong.
Yeah, I even thought that one of the alternates was gonna come in the tournament, replacing Krejcikova.
I kind of, maybe a week ago, was thinking there's no way that one of Rybakina or Krejcikova doesn't pull out.
Yeah, Rybakina. I'm still expecting news. Not that I saw anything in the match, but she does it,
Yeah. I think Kazakhina is that first alternate.
Yeah, because Navarro didn't show up, right?
Yeah, I think illness, that's what was cited.
Yeah, I don't think she needs the $250,000. She's fine. But Danielle Collins is there, as far
Yeah.
as I know.
Yes, yeah.
She's the second alternate. I just realized Krejcikova has some strapping on her upper leg, I think. So she's been playing with that.
And maybe this match isn't over just yet because Krejcikova is faltering.
Has she gotten out of her moment? It's love 40.
Oh my god.
No. Oh my god. I mean, I knew from your reaction it was going to be a bad miss, but I thought it was going to be like one shot before. Like, this was the worst shot to make a mistake on.
Kind of just sums up the day.
I was like 2-3 meters out. Almost on the back fence. And a service winner, another one saved. Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't break here, it's very disheartening.
Yeah, it's over if she doesn't break here because just the mental baggage for this match.
Who does she play next? Is it Goff? I think they do. I think that they do like that, right? The lowest seed and then the highest seed.
Yes, it's Goff next.
Ooh, finally an error where it matters from Krejcikova.
Now Swiatek's got a hold for the first time in this set to really make it count.
Yeah, she lost that insurance break, Krejcikova, but she has another one in the back. I mean, after seeing these type of matches from Iga, I just really want to go back and watch that crazy winning streak she had in 2022 with a lot of hard court wins too. Like, how was she playing? Who was she playing against? How was she doing against opposition like the level of Krejcikova or Rybakina Sabalenka?
I think was it 37 in total?
I think so.
Well, Indian Wells, Miami, Doha,
and
obviously Clay as well.
Yeah, so she had Doha, Indian Wells, Miami, 2 wins in Billie Jean King Cup, and then the rest is Clay.
And Elise Cornet finished it at Wimbledon. In classic Cornet style.
6-4, 6-2.
Yeah.
Not even competitive. That was a Alizé Cornet-like lob from Swiatek that just went wide. 30 all. Oof. Yeah, Swiatek's also serving to her opponent's body, but Krejcikova doesn't have any trouble returning it. Just the advantages of a short swing. Another break point. Not another double fault, surely. What's she gonna do? Ooh. After those 2 double faults, that was a risky, bold second serve.
That was more like what we used to from Swiatek.
Yeah. Very nice kick serve out wide. Opening up the court. Finished it off with a backhand down the line. Very nice pattern. No. That would have been an amazing winner. But Krejcikova misses.
That was more like it on the forehand there.
Very nice. Very consistent attacking this time. And she holds, saving a break point.
It's getting close now, and I think Krejcikova will be feeling that.
Yeah, 2 games in a row for the first time in the match, I think, for Swiatek.
Yeah.
So WTA season is wrapping up. There were 3 250 tournaments this week. Diana Schneider won Hong Kong, beating Katie Bolter.
Yep.
Jiu Jiang in there. Victoria Golubic won the tournament as number 165. So she'll have a big jump.
Yeah, I think that's her first title in 8 years. I think I read somewhere.
And she might make the main draw cut for Australian Open thanks to this. She might just skip qualifying.
Yeah.
And in Mexico, they're still playing the semifinals because it's, storm and monsoons and not monsoon, but, hurricane season, I think. Remember from Cancun, it didn't look so different from what Cancun looked like last year. Friend of the show. Yeah.
Sorry, Golubic's live ranking is 104, so it's probably just outside with protective rankings, but
yeah, she must have decided to play more tournaments now.
Yeah, definitely has to.
A friend of the show, Zeynep Sönmez, is in the semifinals in Mexico, playing against Alina Korneeva.
It's a big opportunity for someone in Merida.
Oof. Krejcikova will just go to Swiatek's forehand. Again and again. Wow, that was in. That was a very deep forehand from Swiatek. What's happening now? 15:30.
Krejcikova is playing like Swiatek was.
Did she start thinking about winning this match and giving that post-match interview just a bit early? And Swiatek must have loosened up as well.
Yeah, I
After
think
all
she
that
has.
stress and losing and the double breaks on the 2 service games. 15-40.
2 chances to get back on serve.
She liked that serve to the tee, the slider. I wonder if she's going to do the same. Oh no, this is on the deuce side. Oof. Very nice return from Swiatek. A serve she struggled against since the beginning of the match.
It shows how quickly things can change. It was 3-love. Krejcikova had a point for 4-1, and it's now 3-all.
Yeah, can they pull up that SAP probability again, please?
Yes. It could be more even now. And to be honest, maybe this is a bit too early, but I would probably favour Swiatek from this stage.
Yeah, I think so too, because if she's mentally in the match, if she doesn't, lose her in her own head, I think she'll find some good shots. I think she has to switch up her forehand direction, because getting stubborn with that cross-court rally, going for speed, cost her a lot of errors. But going down the line, I think she liked that pattern, but she didn't play it that much. Oh, Krejcikova looks, I don't know, is she sarcastically happy or she was smiling ear to ear? Is that one of her, like, not her, like one of the, I should have done this, like the last 2 games?
Yeah.
Nice serve. 15-all.
Too good.
Yeah, there was that forehand down the line I was thinking about. Set up the last backhand winner. $30-15. Another service winner going to Krejcikova's backhand. I mean, the first serve win percentage must be really nice for Swiatek, isn't it? Okay, not as high as I thought. 66%.
But I'd be interested to compare the last 3 games to all before that.
Yeah, this set is 8 points higher, so 69-61 already. Even with those 2 breaks that she had.
Just cursed her.
She's coming back down to her average now.
Double fault, but still got another chance to close this out, 40-30.
Yeah. A lot of second serves in this game. Trademark of the match. That short backhand crosscourt.
Yeah, that's 4 games in a row now for Swiatek.
4 games in a row.
And it feels like she could be the one to take this set now, which we were all kind of expecting Krejcikova to just take the match, but I mean, our producer even thought he would be back to see the end of it because he's going for his lunch. But I think he will be now.
Yeah, he won't miss the end, it looks like. Because Krejcikova also looks not as focused, and she's not taking as much as she used. Like, the initiative taking is not as frequent now.
Yeah.
There's Polish fans everywhere, wherever you go in the world.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Paolini was also surprised with the Italian fans. On the on-court interview, she was saying, I'm surprised to see Italian fans. Or she was saying something like, there's so many Italian fans here. Thank you. Maybe it's just that, they're playing in this country for the first time, so they didn't know what to expect, probably.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of expats.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Over there.
And I'd imagine tennis is getting more eyes than ever in Italy at the moment, with a lot of stars on both the ATP and WTA side.
Yeah. And they had the next gen also in Riyadh, I think. Oh no, that's in Jeddah.
Jeddah, yeah, but same country. I haven't really been following who is in the race for that.
I checked once, I think last month. There were some players I haven't watched once this year. Because there's a big gap, of course.
Artifice is top of the race, but whether he'll play it, I think, is unlikely.
I mean, the prize money is, it can confuse you.
Yeah.
Because the date is not good anymore. It's like end of December, right?
Yeah, like near Christmas.
Yeah. It's like a warm-up for Australia. It's no longer end of season. It's the beginning of the next season.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the ranking points, difference Artifice has 2,385. Second is Alex Mickelson with 1,170. So the difference is huge.
Yeah. And with him, the difference must be also huge with the next ones.
Well, it's pretty close between Mickelson, Menchik, and Shang, but then there's a massive gap to Van Asch in 5th with 471.
Okay, yeah.
So it's pretty big. But Fonseca's currently in the top 8, so I think people will be hoping he qualifies.
Mm.
Krejcikova is actually looking in a good position to win her first game in 5.
Yeah, she was broken the last 2 times she served.
Yeah.
Ooh. I haven't seen that from her. This match, she aborted ball tosses. Krejcikova can be known for in nervous times. Yeah, Swiatek's looking hungry now. Coming forward as soon as she sees a short ball.
Yeah, I feel like she's been more proactive. rather than reactive. But that is a very nice forehand there from Krejcikova.
Yeah, I think she's also trying to be taking things into her own hands earlier in the rally this game.
I mean, she knows why she got to the winning position, and I think maybe was a bit complacent from that point.
Yeah.
Brazy asking for our predictions for the Paris final.
Oh, I haven't watched Paris almost at all this week. Only a few matches.
Yeah, I've watched bits and bobs. I'm gonna go with Humbert because the crowd. Why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same because I watched Ben Shelton play Arthur Cazot, and I thought Shelton was gonna win.
Yeah.
But I forgot about specifically the Bercy crowd because the indoor and the French crowd, it's a crazy combination.
And I mean, what a way to close out the Bercy era as such with a French player winning.
Yeah.
Because next year they're going to La Défense.
Yeah, I think Humbert is going to be carried by the crowd as well. Very smart approach shot from Krejcikova. Short forehand.
It's a big hold from Krejcikova. Ace number 6 was that?
Nice. Yeah, it is 6.
To be honest, as much as the Paris tournament is the last Masters event of the year, I'm almost more interested in the events next week in Metz and Belgrade because they've got big ATP finals implications on them.
And is this the first year that week has importance for the finals?
I think, well, it definitely feels as much because there's multiple places still to go.
Yeah.
There's also it could be the top 9 as well because no one really knows if Djokovic is going to play.
Yeah, I don't think he still made an official announcement or anything.
It just seems interesting that he's gone to the Maldives if he is going to play that.
And he's the defending champion, so he's going to lose a lot of points.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to mess up all the draws next year.
Yeah.
Being seeded 11 and start playing everyone from the 4th round. Very nice forehand. I wasn't expecting it to be that very clean. Was Nadal-like. She was jumping on her open stance. Oh, return winner from Krejcikova. So yeah, in this set, it was the 3rd time Swiatek lost the 40-15 point. Because I was just thinking this happens too often.
Yes.
And the first time she got broken.
Second she. But if this goes to juice, it's going to be interesting.
Is that in? Wow. No. After such a good shot in the rally, in the middle of the rally, Krejcikova with the error. Yeah, I wanted drama out of that game. 5-4 Swiatek. Now it's
Krejcikova's
Desi.
got to sort of stay in it.
Yeah.
This set at least.
How do you rate Swiatek's kit?
It's all right. I mean, I don't know if I love the on clothing range, but
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing a tweet or something like that, like how they just picked the PowerPoint gradient coloring scheme, and it looks exactly like that, and it just keeps on coming in slightly different colors.
yeah, it's definitely bold. It would be my first choice, but at least it's got some variety.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about the pace rating for the courts, but I'm not sure. From what the players said and how the match has been going, because there's been a lot of service winners. I feel like it's medium fast, maybe.
It definitely does seem quicker.
I'm just gonna check the stats from yesterday's match between Sabalenka and Zhang. Okay, 3 aces from Sabalenka, 8 from Zhang Qinwen. 94% of first serve points from Sabalenka. That's crazy. So maybe fast, yeah.
That's got to be very close, that shot.
It looked just out to me. Did they call it in? It's in.
Got it in because Swiatek seemed surprised herself. But in that case, it was a great backhand from Krejcikova.
Yeah, she knows she can't just hit random rally shots anymore. Swiatek is ready to eat those up, even with her forehand now. Oh, a rare miss on the backhand from Swiatek. Yes, Brazy, you have a good memory. We have some carpet courts here indoors, and the slices just don't bounce. It's that fast. They just skid off. And I think that's the case in like Germany. Some countries in Europe also have a lot of actual carpet, courts, which are very fast indoors. Not my style. I like playing on slower hard or clay. Ooh. It's like the beginning of the set. The forehand error now.
She's been in good positions, Krejcikova, but that is the second double fault of this game.
Yeah, they both look tense. It's not like a few games ago where they were playing nice rallies every point, but it's error after error in this game.
But an important hold.
Five all, 50 minutes.
Yes, and after this match, they'll also be covering. We'll also be covering the second of this group in Pegula and Goff, and that'll be John and Mario, the two former doubles partners.
I think that match will give many more ideas about the court speed. Coco's first serve and Pegula's ground strokes, how they will look like, I'm curious to see.
Yes. Well, maybe John and Mario were doubles partners. Maybe they were. What would their team name be?
Maybe that's foreshadowing for a future Talking Tennis tournament.
Yes. I like it. Silcardi.
Johnny O.
Johnny.
No. Nice forehand winner from Iga. 15-0. Yeah, she needs some easy points here because I feel like she lost her focus in the last two games.
Unfortunately, the next one is not so easy. Double fault.
It's a quick point.
Fourth double
Against
fault.
her. Yeah, the quality has gone down in this match.
Yes, it has. It's been an interesting match, but I wouldn't describe it as a good one.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's the way to put it. It's not too bad, but
no, I mean there's definitely a lot still to play for. It's that's the element of it is good. It's not like it's
Krejcikova is stepping in for that second serve return. Let's see what she'll do. Ooh. She was fast actually, but that return went very close to Swiatek and not deep enough. Swiatek with the almost double volley backhand.
That's even applauded by Krejcikova that backhand.
Very nice backhand. Into the corner. Yeah, she knows she didn't do enough with that forehand down the line. Got punished. But that was on the line. I mean, there wasn't much she could do to that.
It's a fun tactic from Krejcikova, but hasn't really paid off in that game.
Oh, she could have finished off the volley.
Nice passive forehand from Swiatek to clinch the game.
6-5. She'll just want to get to the tiebreak now, Krejcikova.
Yeah.
And Swiatek will want to break here.
Yeah, she's got nothing to lose really in this game, Swiatek.
Yeah, she looks positive now, pumping her fist. So Iga will play Coco next, and then Krejcikova. That leaves Krejcikova with Pegula.
Yes. Which obviously could be more important than... We don't know how important that will be, because Krejcikova and Pegula could both win their first group game. They also could both lose them.
No, I think the schedule must be already ready from the beginning. At least that's how it is at the ATP finals. But I can't find it. So maybe it's different here. Krejcikova now serving to stay in the set.
Crazy. It's a big question because I don't know who's even qualified for Turin yet. But I think it's hard to look past Yannick Sinner, particularly on the hard courts. In Turin as well.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how. I can't see who beats Sinner there, and it looks like Djokovic is not going to go, but there's no official announcement or anything.
We don't really know, but it kind of seems that he won't, just given off what he said.
That was a double fault followed by a very bad drop shot attempt.
Yeah, big pressure on Krejcikova.
15-30. But I'd like to see Sinner play Alcaraz in the final. Which might not happen, right? Because now Zverev will be seeded number 2 in the event, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it depends on who finishes which group first or second, but there's a chance they play in the semis. I still don't know how Zverev got to second.
Yeah, I think he just plays so much tennis. And then
Yeah, because he just won the one in Cincinnati, I think.
Yes, yeah.
He won Masters as a big title. Ooh, another double fault.
He's currently an early an early breakup in Paris, 3-1 over Humbert.
Two set points for Swiatek.
Very, very gutsy. Krejcikova.
Yeah. That took some courage to pull off that forehand trigger.
Still has one more set point to save.
Ooh, she goes long on the backhand.
I think Krejcikova felt in that game 2 double faults. Never like that to finish it. Gone from 3-level up, nearly, I think, a point away from 4-1 to losing 7-5.
Yeah.
And now Krejcikova's going off, I believe.
Now it's her turn to go off.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But will it work like Swiatek did? Well, did Swiatek's work? I don't know, because she didn't actually start the second set very well.
Yeah, in the short run, it didn't work.
In the long term?
Yeah. The longer run, she's still in the match. Yeah, you could win 2 slams, but perform bad in all the Masters and still be behind in points, says Brazy. Yeah, that's what I'm confused about, because Alcaraz won Indian Wells and I think did the semis in Miami. So he started off the year strong in that regard as well. But skipped quite a few tournaments in the clay season. And of course, yeah, that poor performance after the Olympics, US Open and Cincy. But it doesn't feel like, 2009, was it? Serena's famous quote for Dinara Safina when she said, yeah, she won Madrid and Rome, right?
Yeah.
Because Serena wasn't playing much apart from the Grand Slams. Alcaraz is playing. Do you see a surprise winner winning the whole thing here at the WTA finals this time? Because like you said, this tournament in the last 10 years had some unique champions. Like, remember Cibulkova?
Yes.
Did she win like twice? Something like that?
I think so. I mean, Swiatek last year was kind of the one rare one where it was the favourite who went on to win the title.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just going on paper, my gut says Sabalenka because for the obvious reasons, but I think you can't rule out someone like Krejcikova because I know she's lost that second set, but Krejcikova on the indoor hard courts and on the big stage can, when she's playing her best, can beat everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, Zheng's had is in good form, but I just don't know if I back her against Sabalenka, as was proven yesterday.
Yeah. I feel like Cibulkova's equivalent this year could be Paolini winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I would like that, given that she lost in both the Roland Garros and Wimbledon final. I know she went to Dubai, but this would be the big achievement.
And then Caro Garcia also won the event.
Yes.
So that could be like Zhang Chumen, maybe, like winning the whole thing.
Yeah, it was kind of a thing that obviously Muguruza and Garcia, it felt like a bit of a curse rather than a blessing.
Yeah, they didn't have the best, follow-up to the tournament after that.
No.
pint-sized powerhouse. Yeah, Cibulkova was a powerhouse, definitely. A bit like Putintseva.
And I believe Zverev is now a double breakup on 4-1.
Oh, the crowd is not doing their job. I mean, what a tournament from Iga Swiatek. Beat Khachanov, Thompson, of course, before that, Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah. I mean, even the first round was a decent win against Nakashima. Always tricky.
Yeah, Khachanov is... I didn't realize he had such a good record indoors.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a pretty good few last weeks. He won Almaty final in Vienna, semi-final in Paris. After a fairly average season, he's had a decent run at the end of the year. Actually, not even average. I would say he'd had a fairly poor season up to that point.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. How when he won Paris, he beat, I think, 4 top 10 players.
Yeah.
And then he went 0-23 against top 10 players. Like he had this 23 match losing streak, from which he recovered after because he was making Grand Slam semifinals. But I don't know if he beat any top players in those tournaments. But yeah, he's tough indoors. Yeah, this time around, the players seem happy to be in a nice-looking tournament, although there's a lot of course, mixed feelings about an event, especially a WTA finals in Saudi Arabia. But they're very happy with the quality of the event, the venue, the photo shoot, especially after the last 3 years, which have been very turbulent. They didn't know where they would play until 5-6 weeks before the tournament started.
I think that's it. It's the security that they know where it's going to be for this year, next year, and 2026.
Yeah.
Just having that. And obviously last year, I'm pretty sure some of the facilities were still being built the day before. It was a bit of a shambles.
Yeah. And that funny video collage someone made with the circus music, with the umbrellas flying and people look covered in towels.
Yeah.
Who stole the photo shoot? I agree with Qin Wen. Yeah, I think she's very experienced by this point. She was on the cover of Vogue China.
Yeah.
Apparently the first sports person to be on the cover of Vogue China.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Not even Olympians. They hosted the Olympics a few times, but she was the first one.
Well, it's like in Wuhan and Beijing, the crowds were generally they weren't that full, but when Zheng was playing, it was just packed.
Yeah, I mean, she looks so comfortable with the crowd and performing in front of a home crowd, because a lot of players would crumble under the pressure. But she was, treating it like a karaoke party last year. After one of her matches, she was just singing, took the microphone off of the MC's hands.
I know she's causing a bit of controversy, but I think you need characters like her. I think she's not doing anything crazy, but it's nice to have a bit of rivalry as such.
Yeah.
It can't always be nicey-nicey.
Yeah, and it feels a bit honest as well, because, I can imagine some players being, pulling themselves a bit back, separating work from life.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in life as well. Some people just don't want to be friends with their colleagues at work.
Yeah. And most people don't have to like compete with their colleagues.
Yeah. Travel with them, see them, and yeah, travel happens to other people as well. You run into each other in lounges or something, in waiting areas, but not as much as them.
No.
Yeah, I agree with both Rybakina and Paulini, especially like Rybakina, how she was behind other players, but still was looking so good. Swiatek up 40-15 in this opening game. I need to check the photo again. I never paid attention to the chair. Oh, come on. It doesn't look plastic, does it? Now I looked it up. I think now I'm just realizing, because of your comment, John, I'm now overanalyzing the photo, is that Jessica Pegula and the trophy are sitting on the same thing. Why did that happen? It's like
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, is it? Was that a clue?
It's
Yeah,
like last year. Last year they all wore white and Swiatek wore red, and guess who
Yeah.
won?
Yeah, exactly. And people were saying, like, why isn't Sabalenka next to the trophy? And
Yeah.
was that also a clue on who the winner is going to be?
Yeah, I did think the top two should probably have been there, but
Yeah, that's how it always was, I think, like ranking based. And sometimes they were basing it on height. Oh. Swiatek looking very energetic.
it was just showing a stat there between first and second set, how Krejcikova's first serve percentage dropped from 80 to 55. And I think a lot of that drop was probably from 3-love up.
Yeah, probably. $15 all. Oh, a bad miss from Krejcikova. Swiatek breaks here. I don't know. I can't see a way for Krejcikova to come back, because the other way around, it's easier to see.
Yeah, I just think Swiatek seems just more clear in her game plan, and that volley there is showing the variety that she's wanted to use.
She even won a point at the net. That's gonna boost her confidence.
Yeah. Well, actually, I actually think Swiatek's looking more comfortable at the net than Krejcikova in the last few games, which is not what I'd expect.
Yeah. And it was very smart of her to immediately run for the drive volley against that moon ball. Two break points now. Wow. Oh, okay. I mean, when you watch on mute, it's like they both celebrated at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think Swiatek was mad at herself for missing it.
Because they showed the replay, and she actually does seem
Oh
to
no,
celebrate.
she was happy. Yeah. And then she heard it. That was close. Now she gets the break. Another forehand miss.
It's hard to see a way back now for Krejcikova. Lost.
Yeah. Now Iga won what?
9 of the last 11.
9 of the last 11. Yeah, I was trying to count that. How do we think Goran will enhance or improve Elena's game? Well, I think if what people were saying was right about Vukov, then having just less stress around herself like will help Rebekina. So it doesn't matter if it's Goran or another coach, but having just being more relaxed should help her. And of course her serve, because I think that's what they were working on with her old coach as well, like getting the serve even better. It's already the top 3 and the best. I think she has the highest ace rate right after Zhang Qinwen this year. So just making it even better. And Goran is, I mean, cool. We can say he's qualified to help with that, with his own serves and how he helped Djokovic.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I think having a Grand Slam winner in your box must feel different. And Djokovic's old coach. So those are 2 big, things to rely upon. You must feel, at peace as a player, that knowing that, your coach most probably said the right thing to you.
The talent is just like, it's clear to see. I mean, everyone's like, she's hardly played at all this year, but she's still comfortably qualified for the finals, and it just goes to show when she is playing, it's usually pretty good.
And the way she beat Sabalenka in Brisbane was crazy at the beginning of the year. Better feel and touch at the net? Yeah, I think so. I mean, she was already trying to move forward a lot. Even before Sabalenka, I think she started adding that to her game. But the percentage wasn't maybe as high as she'd like it to be. So I think, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm intrigued to know what the win predictor is now, because about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, it was 80% Krejcikova.
Yeah. Zverev won the set 6-2 in Paris.
Wow.
That is what a building. That looks like AI made. Is that real? Or there's like a huge hole in the building.
I think mine's on an advert, so I'm pretty
yeah, you have ads.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching it on our like OTT player, which has no announcers, no ads.
Oh right,
just
yeah.
Pure ambience, nothing.
I miss the cool building.
Yeah, if you turn off your lights, you're in the stadium. There's nothing, on top of it. Yeah, I'm just checking my Twitter feed, and apparently Zverev has a very good level. Last 12 games, says John, is 10-2 for Iga. And that's crazy.
Maybe this is a bit drastic, but it wouldn't shock me if it was 13-2. I could see Swiatek winning this set 6-love. Maybe I'll be proven wrong after that forehand from Krejcikova.
Very smart play from Krejcikova because Swiatek didn't do anything wrong with her forehand this time. But a short backhand. Yeah.
It was this point in the second set where Krejcikova was 3-love up. Surely not twice.
I mean, for our sake, I hope not twice. Then it would be 3-hour limit. We'd go over it. Yeah, Swiatek is now winning all kinds of points. So Zverev only lost 1 point on serve.
Wow.
In that first set.
It does feel like that level is quite hard to keep up for 2 sets.
Yeah. You'll have to come back to, regress to the mean. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
And then it's when that level does, that level does drop, do the crowd then get involved? And it's also interesting because I think Humbert's got a very good final record. I mean, this is obviously the biggest of his career, but I think he was 100% until recently when he lost to Feast.
Is this the first win of Iga after losing first set in 2024? That can't be right, can it?
I wouldn't have thought so, but
she beat Mira Andreeva in Cincinnati after losing the first set. And Noskova in Miami. And that's it, I think. Yep. Oh, and Garcia at the United Cup. That seems like forever ago. That seems like 3 seasons ago. Yeah, Krejcikova's forehand errors piling on now. Yeah, these were not in the match in that first set and a half. I wonder if it's something mental or physical.
She doesn't seem to be like moving any differently, but it just seems.
Yeah,
I think
maybe if the footwork is slightly off, that might be it, or maybe it's mental.
Yeah. I mean, Swiatek's level, I think, has definitely risen, but I don't think it's just that.
Yeah, Swiatek's playing more percentage tennis, I think, on her forehand.
Yep.
Which helped her a lot. But she's attacking otherwise. Brazy, is that comment like sarcastic about Zverev's attacking style of tennis? Because I can remember a lot of matches which he lost because he wasn't attacking enough. But yeah, this week apparently he has played like that all week. Oh, double break point. No, a break point to go double break up. Sorry. Yeah, this body serve was winning so many points in the first set. the percentage has come down in the last 2 sets, but saves a break point now.
Krejcikova seems to be feeling the back a little bit.
Yeah, and Swiatek now with the backhand errors. Oh, yeah. What's happening? She's just checking out her back, lower back. I mean, Swiatek's speed is incredible. That was not a bad drop shot from Krejcikova. She didn't even have to slide into the backhand. She was so fast. Yes, Brazy, I agree. And there's now more and more players like that. Big, big guys, big serves. Like Medvedev and Khachanov, I think, who could play much more attacking tennis.
Great shot.
What
Fantastic
a pass. Found a very cute angle on the backhand. Did not panic seeing Krejcikova come into the net. Very nice. Another break point now. I'm sure John is just waiting on top of the enter key for the 11 and 2.
Needs to wait a bit longer. Krejcikova still sticking there a bit.
Ooh. What a nice point. I thought Swiatek had it. Two down the lines, forehand and backhand. Krejcikova just somehow won that point. Beautiful short cross-court backhand from Krejcikova in that rally. It's good to see her pumped up with this scoreline. Did she miss it? Yes, she did. Another forehander. Third break point.
This game's approaching 10 minutes.
Yeah, Iga and Rafa. Did she? Oh, okay. I didn't know they saw each other recently. I mean, I would expect... Ooh. Is that a double fault? No, it isn't. It was a double fault reaction, so I was confused.
It's a great shot.
Wow. Okay, now it's getting good.
Just still... I think the fact that she's still hyped up means that she still thinks she's got a chance to this match. She hasn't resigned.
It was like a Djokovic like forehand, just pushing her racket just slightly bit because there was already so much spin on the incoming ball. Oh, you saw Rafa in the gym. Okay, now I get it. That makes more sense because I saw you in the posting from the academy. Ooh, I think Krejcikova thought that was a double fault and didn't prepare for the next shot. This is the 5th break point in this game.
That was the best game of the match, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there were some errors, but there were some brilliant rallies as well.
Oh, and now Krejcikova stretching the back out. Still appears to be carried on. But we're now 11 of the last 13 games have gone to Iga Swiatek.
Oh, a big stretch. But yeah, she did win some good points and long rallies, so maybe it's bothering her more in between the points.
Yeah.
Almost didn't finish the points. That smash. Swiatek. Nice serve. Slice down the tee.
Another great serve there.
Oh, this time a flat one. Mixing it up. Very nice. 40 love. Wow. What a performance. She lost just 1 point on serve this set. Swiatek.
Yeah. It's very good. 10 aces. I mean, I know it wasn't the best start, but I think whatever they've worked on, the serve is definitely firing.
Yeah, there was that second serve. You remember, like an hour ago, that Swiatek served to save, from going double breakdown.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of things happened since then.
Yeah, it feels like a long, long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Krejcikova wins that point. I think she goes up 4-0 or 4-1. Double break.
Yeah. It highlighted how Nala was going to say she was going to lose every match in this group.
Our producer was waiting for this moment.
One game away.
What is it now? 12-2?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. The Krejcikova camp looked not so happy.
She's actually 1 point away from being a set of 4-1 up, and now is 5 love down in the third. Win for set in very much.
In for set.
Yeah, yes, good.
Thank you. Oh, Nurlan is here.
He's just not exposed himself to his previous comments.
Yeah, I think Krejcikova will play this game. Short rallies, winners all the time. And the first one worked. I get that feeling. Yeah. Serve and volley. Yeah, then this is a round robin tournament too. You don't want to play for too long if you know you're hurting. You're gonna play Kokogov, who's not gonna give you any easy points on return, especially. And you're gonna play Pegula. 2 tough matches await, you know. Swiatek misses the return, and it's 40 love. Ooh, and an ace.
It's like she's been winning games all the time, but she hasn't.
And Zverev's double breakup in the second set.
Wow. And now Krejcikova's catching strays from Nurlan.
Finally, a Krejcikova game after, I don't know, what's 7 games, I think?
Yeah, 7. It's still going for Iga.
I mean, Billie Jean King had some good, weapons. Yeah, Swiatek lost another point in the set on serve. Newsworthy. That's only the second point she lost in the final set. Oh. Forehand from the middle again, missed. Yeah. I mean, that's a fact. Zeynep is greater than I am. I have 0 WTA finals, the semifinals, and Zeynep has 1.
Could have a title later today.
Yeah. She'll have to win 2 matches in 1 day. And I saw she's in the WTA Challenger draw in Texas. Fly out there quickly to play Rebecca Marino, 6th seed. Oh, a double fault from Iga. So they don't want one-sided set scores in their head-to-head. That's what's happening in the set. Yeah, that's if she wins in the semifinal. Her opponent is not easy. Alina Korneeva. very talented youngster, 17-year-old. Oof. Krejcikova just wanted to go for that return. Misses 30-40. Oh, hello, Ghosty. You think there's going to be a comeback from 5-0 in the final set? What? A forehand?
She's on the way.
So I think we can start typing 2-0. That's the last two games. Gone Krejcikova's way. I think the stretches on her back started working. She's putting a glove on. What is she doing? The gloves are totally in since the center case. Why? I have never seen a player put gloves on like during a match. What's she gonna do? Like massage herself with some cream, or what's happening? Yeah, Swiatek is, I think, visualizing stuff, eyes closed, concentrated. Kosi says this match is essentially over now. Barbora needs to close it out. Yeah, we really want to see SAP's probability right now. I mean, Krejcikova has a sponsor patch on. That's one of the poorer color selections. I just saw it now and I can't really read it. It's black on dark, very dark color.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It's on the left, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to really pay attention. That has a very low return on investment on the sponsor's investment. Okay, let's see if she'll hold here.
I mean, if she does, then I think Swiatek will feel the pressure.
Oh, Swiatek missed that return. That looked very close. Ten aces from Iga. Yeah, that's one of our highest ace rates this year, if she goes like this. 11% of the time she's acing. And 15-30. There's some dark comments about Iga's future.
You can always count on Ghost.
But Krejcikova, I think, is down to her second serve now at 15:30. Oh, she needs to catch that ball. And 2 match points. Let's see what's happening here. This match point. Oh, net cord. Very nice backhand cross.
Yeah, that's a nice way to finish it. It was quite an up and down match, that one.
Nice handshake. If Iga's little notebook says that, it's a tough notebook. She looks happy. Krejcikova gave her a nice handshake. 10 aces from Iga in that match. What a turnaround.
Guys, what a turnaround indeed. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I've got questions for both of you. I don't want to sound clever after the event, but when Iga got the first break back, so I think it then becomes something like 3-2, I did see her sitting down because I think she held for 3-1. No, she would have broken for 3-1, then held for 3-2. When I saw her sitting down and closing her eyes, still one break down, I think she's sort of obviously going through some Abramovich kind of stuff in terms of her sort of mental coach, and envisaging probably stuff about how coming back. And although I mentioned in the chat in the third set about her inner Rafa, I have heard players say before, Rafa and Novak in particular, how these players will go, you know what, I was thinking, what would Novak do in this situation? What would Rafa do in this situation? And I was also thinking at the same time about when Rafa was down a double break, I think it was to Sebi Cord in Indian Wells. And, if you give up, you lose 100% of the time. If you keep trying, you'll win every now and again. Was it a mental thing, or am I exaggerating that element, do you think, Gokal?
I think at the beginning it must have been a mental thing, but I'm not sure how much of it was a proactive, visualization, exercise kind of thing, but rather just no longer having the scoreboard pressure, just letting things go. And the exact reverse happening to Krejcikova, starting to, seeing the finish line, which I think we were saying, like at that, like 3-love changeover, we were talking about, is she going to start thinking about the finish point, ending point? Because that's very tricky. And I think she started taking less initiative in rallies. She won't take more.
Okay.
She started playing safer on the forehand. I think it maybe was like that rather than a bathroom break, pep talk, because she went to the bathroom, came back, went double break down after that first set.
Matt, just staying on Iga for a second, is there also an element of the fact, I mean, I know Barbora's not played for a long time as well, or when I say not played for a long time, let's say she's not had more than 2 matches at a tournament probably since Wimbledon. Was there also a factor there with Iga that she probably needed a set and a half to kind of get a feel for things?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not just that she hasn't played since US Open, but she also hasn't played with her new coach. This is her first experience of having a different coach in like 3 years. So it's a big change for her. And I think that hold at 3-2 was the big turning point, because she faced a break point and could have gone back down to a double break. And then it might have been game over. But I think that hold kind of changed things.
Yeah, right. So I think you're right. I think that'll be. I mean, actually, that probably won't be maybe a point that gets clipped up, but certainly 3-love double break will be clipped up and put on social media that Iga won this match. Was in that first set and a half, Gokab, was it Iga sort of being way off? I actually saw some reactionary things from some fairly calm, normally calm analysts on Twitter. I mean, Juan Ignacio is a Chilean guy who does have Iga inclinations, let's say, but he's also fairly balanced and gives a lot of interesting stuff. But he was like, it's such a bad thing how far Iga has fallen when she was obviously down in the second set. And yet I did think that was a little bit reactionary, and she managed to turn it around. But regarding that first set and a half, was Barbora fantastic? Was Iga bad? Was it a bit of both?
I mean, the fantastic and very bad, I think, would be too extreme for that first set, because she got broken very early, like in the first game, Swiatek, and that from that point on, she served incredibly, but the returns were not always good. She couldn't convert 3 break points in one game. She was up love 40.
Yeah.
And then she should have been up 15-40, missed a forehand.
Yes.
Very easy forehand. And then if she was 15-40, because that was, I think, the 5-4 game, she would have definitely broken back.
Yeah.
So that would have been a different match. But like, her forehand looked bad in that first set, from which she recovered, I think. So that's good. I wouldn't call it like very bad.
I agreed with what you were saying as well before the match, Matt, in terms of, or as the match was beginning, that Barbora, I think I said this a couple of days ago in one of our preview shows, Barbora winning all 3 matches, or maybe even winning the title, and also not winning a match or even winning a set, I think I might have suggested, both of those 2 extremes are possible. And in a way, we saw both of those 2 extremes. This is kind of a microcosm of her season. I think you mentioned how 12 of her 19 wins this year have come at Grand Slams. And for a set and a half, she was the Grand Slam winner. And then for a set and a half, she played like she did for the rest of the year.
Yeah, she's inexplicable, but kind of fun at the same time. She's a weird anomaly in this tournament, but I kind of like that this rule, the new rule that they brought in for the WTA, has allowed her to qualify as a Grand Slam champion this year, and adds a bit of a different dynamic.
Ghosty, it's a hoodie, by the way. He thinks I've got some new sort of hairstyle going on. There's obviously a thing here reflecting on Iga's year and some of the matches she's won from incredible positions. Of course, it began in Australia when she was very far down against Collins. She was a break and love 40 on her serve. Maybe we shouldn't dwell on that for Daniel Collins fans too much. Of course, she faced championship points, I think 2 of them against Sabalenka in Madrid before she lifted the title that day. There was the epic scenario when she was very far down against Osaka, of course, in Paris. And then again today, obviously 6-4, 3-love down, double break. And she managed to turn that around. And this is someone, by the way, Gokab, who probably only about 15, 17 months ago, I remember in Madrid of last year when she was kind of winning matches easily or losing 3-setters, and people were sort of questioning her whether she could dig deep. Well, I think she's answered those questions, not just today, but throughout 2024.
Yeah, I remember her being criticized for winning matches too easily.
Yeah.
Not having this screenshot exactly of these 4 matches. I mean, she answered that too. I think she probably, looking back, like, this season of her, we will say, is going to be underappreciated because she set the bar too high. And now everybody's expecting her to do well at the other 3 slams, because US Open 2022 also kind of seems like it somehow happened. She didn't have to beat. She did beat Sabalenka, by the way, in the semis, but she has to prove herself in different ways, and this was another way. You're right. Winning tough matches, toughing things out. Another one today.
Indeed. Iga Swiatek has made 8 aces so far today. That was obviously a bit earlier on the Opta Aces going overload in their stats. Any final thoughts from you, Matt, before we bring this to a close?
Yeah, I just think kind of back at what you both said, it's definitely impressive that she's won in the fashion that she did, and I think now she's got, I think, Coco Gauff next. I'm not 100% sure if it's confirmed, but if it is Coco Gauff next, that's someone she's more familiar with beating. I think we said 11-1 earlier, so yeah, I think she'll probably be looking forward to that after the win today.
Yeah, very much so. Gokal, big thanks for joining us today, Matt, as well. Great to have you guys together, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Obviously, we'll be bringing you Coco Gauff against Jessica Pegula very, very shortly. I was kind of hoping that they would get going pretty quickly. I don't know why Barbora couldn't close it out in straights, because as a result, it's going to eat into Manchester United against Chelsea, which, of course, we all know is what we're all here for. But anyway, no, let's stop talking football. We are here to talk tennis. But yeah, thanks to you guys, and to everybody else, you know the drill.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.